I gave you guys a chance last video, 10,000 likes, and I cut my own hair, and you didn't. You know what, I'm gonna give you one more try. 10,000 likes, I cut my own hair on camera. Please don't do this to me. What is up, guys? We're back with another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I apologize for the shambolic lighting that I have in my apartment today. I ordered studio lights that were supposed to be here 2 days ago, and UPS is taking their sweet time delivering them. They're actually supposed to be here today. I got a notification that they're out for delivery. So hopefully within the next hour or two I get them. As you guys know, I buy a lot of sneakers, like I buy way too many sneakers. And it makes sense that the more sneakers you buy, the more sneakers you're gonna regret buying, and I have my fair share of shoes that I look back like 2, 3, even sometimes 1 year ago, and I'm like, why on earth did I spend $300 on this pair of shoes? I don't even like them. Seriously, it's bad. There's so many shoes. Like, I must have bought over 1,000 pairs of shoes in my lifetime. I have nowhere near that amount in my collection. I only have around 50, but so many of the shoes that I've purchased in my life, I'm like, why did I buy these? I don't even like how these look. Why did I pay full retail for these? That's a big one. Sometimes I pay $400 for a shoe and then it goes on sale for $60. So since we're stuck inside today, I thought it only made sense that we make fun of me a little bit. I give you guys full permission to make fun of me as much as you want in today's video because this is like perfect proof of how stupid I am sometimes. We're looking at some of the worst purchases I have had over the past 2 years in terms of sneakers. I've done this video way back. I probably did this video 4 years ago and you guys loved it. And since we can't go anywhere, I thought I'd do it again. I buy so many pairs of shoes that I honestly forget shoes I bought in the past. Sometimes I'll look through some shoes I need to sell and be like, when and where did I get these? Like, where did these come from? That's how bad it is. I had to scroll through a whole bunch of my old videos to figure out what shoes I actually have. If you guys don't know, I just moved to New York around 3.5 months ago and only took 8 pairs of shoes in my collection with me. The majority of the shoes I own, the 40 pairs in my collection and the other 150 that I need to sell in a storage locker, are back home in Canada. So I don't have any of them here, so it was hard to remember what I had even bought. I bought into the hype on this. I really bought into the hype on this pair of shoes. I don't know what I was thinking. I got sucked in by the name, by everyone else liking it, the Yeezy Calabasas in all black. This shoe does not look good. This shoe looks like a Felony 5. It looks like a Felony Force 1. It looks like the 3 striped felonies, or no, the 3 strike Adidas shoes. There's a really good joke there. I might need to workshop that one a little bit. It's hideous. It's just a black shoe. The leather is like super flippy floppy and flimsy. It's good leather, but it just looks bad. It wrinkles bad. It creases bad. It doesn't hold its shape. It's not a good looking shoe. Now, the original colorway of the Yeezy Calabasas was a cream colorway. And when those released, those were reselling for $1,000. $1,000. For a cream pair of Yeezy Calabasas. And then they restocked, and they restocked, and they restocked, and they restocked. And now they go for maybe $30 over retail. Maybe, but there were people paying $1,000 for them when they came out. When the black pair came out, I 100% got sucked up into the hype. I thought, you know what, I need to get a pair of these. I need to get my hands on these. They're Yeezys. They're new, they're fresh, they're cool. And I 100% just bought into the marketing of them and realized that I didn't really like them and never ended up wearing them anywhere. And thankfully sold them for more than I paid. Back then, at least, there was some sort of resale for them, but thankfully I realized that back then that I didn't want them and not today, because, oh, they are bad. Now this one, I love the shoe. I really, really, really like this shoe. So I don't regret owning these in my collection, but I just regret how eager I was to get them. In the video, I even say, I realize these are gonna go on sale and they're not gonna sell out, but I wanted to get them right away for a video, which is obviously good. I make money off of making videos of shoes that have just come out, but I did not think they were gonna go on sale as much as they did. The Adidas Pharrell Boost You Wear in this equality colorway. It's really cool. It's mainly black. It has different hits of all kinds of colors all over the shoe. And Canadian retail was like $330. After tax, you were looking at almost $400 Canadian, which is a ton of money for a pair of shoes. And I walked into a sneaker store on release day and paid full retail for them back home in Canada. And since then, I've seen them on sale for 90 Canadian dollars, which is the equivalent of around 60 US dollars. Yep. Yeah. Don't know how I feel about that one. At the end of the day though, they're going for $90 now instead of $400, and I haven't even worn them once. It wouldn't be on this list of sneakers I regret buying if I had worn them over the past year or two, but I literally haven't put them on my feet and stepped outside with them. So I could have just waited and paid 90 bucks. While we're here, I want to hear from you guys. If you have any sneakers that you regret buying, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. I'm really curious if there's any shoes that you guys look at and like, why did I spend money on these? I could go on for years. I think I've chosen 5 or 6, but I could probably choose 100 shoes that I'm like, did I really need to buy these? And the answer would always be no. So let me know what your biggest sneaker regret is down in the comments. But moving on from there, we have another shoe that I paid so much money for, the Adidas 4D ZX 4000 with a shocking Canadian retail price of, I believe it was $450 plus tax, putting these at around $520, which is astronomically absurd. I walked into Livestock on release date, bought these full retail, looked at them, thought they were really cool, had them sit in my closet for about 3 months, realized I was never going to wear them ever because it's just such a strange looking shoe, and then thankfully sold them for full retail price, exactly what I paid for them. I broke completely even down to the penny. Someone paid me retail plus tax. So it wasn't a huge loss. Once again, this is a shoe that I just really got bought into the hype of the new 4D technology being publicly available, because at the beginning of 4D sneakers, they were so hard to get. They were reselling for $2,000, some of the newer 4Ds, like the original 4D releases, reselling for $2,000, and they were impossible to find at retail. You just couldn't get them. So as they started to release more and more and more 4D sneakers into the market, this is a shoe that I was like, oh, I can finally get a pair of 4D sneakers. I really want to try these out. I've seen so many other people try these out. Now I can also get them, and I really bought into the hype. Good job on Adidas for the marketing on that. I 100% fell victim to it, but at the same time, none of these can be massive regrets, because even if I do take $100 or a $200 loss on a pair of shoes, at the end of the day, I am still earning an income from making the videos about the shoes, so it does make it worth it in the end. But yeah, this is not a shoe I needed to buy, and $520 for a pair of Adidas. Why? If you guys are sensing a bit of a theme here, you're probably catching on to something. I buy into new trends and new hype a little bit too much sometimes. And one of those trends was the Nike Fear of God shoes. Now, the Fear of God 1, the main shoe that we all know from Nike and Fear of God, is still very popular. It's a very expensive shoe. Retails for I think $350, but does resell for a decent amount in most colorways. There's lots of value and lots of popularity behind it. But the other models that they released, not so much. When Nike released the Air Raid Fear of God, I said I need to get my hands on these. I want a pair of Fear of Gods in my collection. These ones are going to be easy to get. They'll be reasonably accessible. I can just show up to Livestock and pick up a pair and it won't be a big deal at all, and that's exactly what I did. And then I realized like 2 weeks later that I hated how they looked, was never going to wear them. See, the problem was I liked how they looked in pictures, but then I put them on my feet. I put them on with cargo pants that I owned and jeans that I owned and khakis that I owned, and they looked good with absolutely nothing. I could not find a way to style them properly to fit the clothes that I wear, and at the end of the day, I can like a shoe in my hand as much as possible. But if they look hideous on my feet, this is a great moral to learn of, just because a shoe looks good in hand doesn't mean it's going to suit your personal style and look good on your feet. So needless to say, those sat in my closet for 6 months, realized I was never ever going to wear them, and sold them for I think a $30 loss. So not the worst, but not the best either. I could go on for so many different sneaker regrets. There's so many sneakers that I've bought at a Nike outlet being like, oh, but it's only $60, I should buy these, it's a great deal. Or, oh, this shoe retails for $300 and it's on sale for $100, I need to get this. At the end of the day, it does make a lot more sense for me to be doing that than a lot of other people, because this is the majority of my income is making YouTube videos about shoes for you guys. So if I'm able to buy a pair of shoes that I enjoy and earn an income from it, even if I decide I don't want it in the future, it's not that big of a deal. But that being said, I'd always encourage you guys to spend your money as wisely as possible, and don't go buying things you don't need to. Don't be like me. Guys, if you're still watching to this point in the video and haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both of those are at Tom Stefanic, just like you see right here. Go shoot me a follow, see what I'm up to every single day. I love talking with you guys on Twitter and love sharing what I'm doing during the day on Instagram. I hope everyone is staying safe and everyone's doing okay. I know we're going through some hard times right now during this whole lockdown and quarantine, and it can get really tough. I mean, I've been by myself pretty much every single day for the last month. And that's hard. That's definitely a strain on your mental health and coping with anxiety and stuff like that, but I'm doing okay, I'm holding up, and I'm gonna be fine. Guys, I truly appreciate your support from the bottom of my heart, reading all your kind messages, kind comments, and kind emails that you've been sending me. I've had more fan emails written to me in the past month than I have in my entire 5 years of doing YouTube, and I truly, truly, truly do appreciate it. So guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you out to all you guys, all you essential workers, all you healthcare workers. Truly, I tip my hat to you guys. You are the best. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. So until then, peace.